Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kristen calls Rolf at the Demera mansion to discuss the second part of the serum because she doesn't want Xander to have even a drop until he gives her Titan. Kristen hangs up as Brady enters the room. Brady asks if Kristen was simply speaking to Rolf while carrying a bag and a late Halloween present for Rachel. "I was just checking on the serum," she says. Although she hasn't always been selfless, Brady says what she's doing is fantastic. They are interrupted by Rachel, who is happy to see her father. He hands her a bag of Halloween candy as they embrace. Dad accepts Rachel's request to remain for a special meal she prepared for her and Mommy. Days with Rachel and Brady. Kristen thanks Brady for staying while Rachel rushes off to finish preparing lunch. Brady wanted to talk about the schedule for visits. Rachel comes back with tombstone cookies and finger sandwiches before they can. After consuming one, Brady informs her that the sandwiches are excellent. Rachel is hoping they can travel in his new vehicle. She asks whether Mommy can join them, and he replies they can. Days with Brady and Kristen. Her daddy-daughter dates were enjoyable, according to Brady. Rachel agrees, but she questions whether her father doesn't want the family to be happy once more. Rachel is reminded by Kristen that they discussed this. Brady claims that although he and her mother love one another, they don't want to go back to their unhappy times and arguments. Brady says he'll see her soon and thanks her for the lunch. Rachel tells her mother that she hopes Daddy didn't have to depart when Brady leaves. Perhaps one day, Kristen assures her daughter they will be the family she desires. Rachel implores her mother to arrange it. Days Kristen gives Rachel a hug. Holly shows up at John and Marlena's to visit Tate. Since he didn't get her SMS until this morning, he apologizes for not responding to it last night. She believes he was occupied. He admits that yesterday night he spent time with Sophia. Since she is aware that Sophia has been living with him and that they had split up, she thinks he doesn't need to explain. Holly acknowledges that she made a grave error and hoped he would forgive her. She cares about him, is remorseful, and regrets her cruel and foolish behavior. Tate is grateful for her words. What happened in Paris, he asks. She says she forgives Eric and her mother. She is relieved that his father is free after learning that he was innocent. Holly acknowledges that she made him and his father the target of her resentment over the deaths of Eric and her father. She believed that her father's death would make amends if his father was punished. She apologizes for hurting him, but what she did was terrible. She reiterates that, if it's not too late, she wants to resolve the situation. Days with Holly and Tate. She interrupts Tate when he tries to tell her about Sophia. She is aware that Sophia despises her and that they are pals. All she wants is for Tate to consider forgiving her and perhaps making a fresh start. He will give what she said some thought and is relieved that she is back and that her situation has improved. After saying thank you and see you at school, Holly leaves. Brady senses something is up with Tate when he gets home later. Tate claims that Holly only came to apologize to him and express her want to reconcile. Brady observes that based on his behavior, it doesn't seem like a positive thing. Tate acknowledges that something occurred that Holly is unaware of. Sophia is on the phone with her mother at Horton Square, informing her that she and Brianna spent a lot of time studying and didn't stay up late. She has a flashback of herself with Tate. Sophia on the phone days. When Sophia sees Ava on the phone, she leaves a message for Stefan, stating that she wants his call back because she needs his help processing payroll. Ava requests that Sophia switch shifts, but Ava insists that she work tonight because other people have already called out. Sophia was hoped to spend time with Tate, but she understands. Sophia acknowledges that they shared a bed, and Ava can tell she's feeling upbeat. Days with Ava and Sophia. Please take a seat, Ava says. Ava feels as though this is happening quickly and without warning. Sophia notes that this was something she had long desired and that it developed naturally. Sophia responds that they did use protection when Ava inquires about it. Sophia isn't regretting anything, but Ava questions whether she is. Ava is happy that everything went smoothly, but she wonders about Holly. Since Ava encouraged her to go for it, Sophia questions why she is being asked so many questions. Ava wants her life to be successful, but she also wants her to keep her heart safe. Sophia acknowledges that there is always a potential that Holly will turn back on Tate's father now that they know he is innocent. Tate assured her, however, that he and Holly were no longer together, and that they never shared a bed. In a way that Holly never was and never will be, she is close to Tate. Sophia says she couldn't discuss this with her mother and appreciates Ava for speaking with her. Ava informs Sophia that she will see her later and thanks her for her confidence. Holly shows up after Ava leaves. Although Sophia is surprised that Holly has returned, she knows that she should be aware of something. Vivian is present when Kate storms into Philip's room at the Salem Inn to confront him. Vivian is in her son's room, and she wants to know why. "You mean my son," says Vivian in response. They argue about Vivian stealing Kate's embryo and their past. "Where is her son?" Kate asks. "He isn't here," according to Vivian. Vivian is unable to heed Kate's warning to avoid her son. Kate inquires about her activities. Vivian reveals that she is assisting Philip in asserting his birthright as a Kyriakis. Kate takes up the phone to contact the police and declares that whatever scam she is up to is ended. She is stopped by Vivian, who offers to give her a share of the Titan's wealth. Vivian makes a suggestion that Kate can utilize money to fund her soap drama. Vivian and Kate quarrel. Days. What does Kate have to offer when she claims that Philip is already Victor's son? According to Vivian, she produced a letter from Victor stating that he preferred to leave everything to Philip rather than Xander. Kate understands that she could only obtain such a letter by having it falsified. Vivian acknowledges her intelligence. She will accuse Philip if she does, and he will never forgive her, Vivian notes. Vivian holds out her hand and exhorts her to go back to the dark side. They shake on it after Kate accepts it. Philip shows over at the Kyriakis mansion and overhears Xander telling Victor's image that if Kate can't reason with him, he would kill Philip. Philip takes out a revolver from a safe beneath Victor's painting since he doesn't think their father would approve of that. He gives the gun to Xander and instructs him to kill him if he so chooses. He should not play games with him, Xander cautions. He's all rhetoric and no action, Philip informs him. Xander and Philip clash. Days. Reaching for the gun, Xander points it toward Philip. He claims that he has lately pulled the gun and that he still has a killing instinct when it comes to defending his family. If he insists on preventing him from giving Titan to Kristen, Xander claims he has a death desire. Philip informs Xander that he has no evidence that Dr. Rolf's snake oil will be effective. All that matters to Xander is Sarah's health, and he says he has performed miracles in the past. Philip calls him a lowlife loser who doesn't deserve the Kyriakis' riches and advises him to shoot himself if he wants to go to jail and desert his wife and daughter. A gun is pointed at Philip Days by Xander. The gun is empty when Xander pulls the trigger. Philip is damned by him. According to Philip, he is a true Kyriakis man because he took the chance that the gun wasn't loaded because Maggie has always detested having one in the house. Xander cautions him that he will die if his mother is unable to persuade him otherwise. According to Philip, his mother is unaware that he is in town. As they conversed, Xander claims that she does now. Kate was even informed by Xander that he would be staying at the Salem Inn. Philip yells, "This isn't over," and leaves. When Xander is by himself, he tells his father's painting that he knows his father wouldn't want him to kill Philip and that Maggie would be happy the gun wasn't loaded. But he will be forced to execute Philip if Kate is unable to convince him to assist Sarah. When Philip arrives at his room at the Salem Inn, he informs Vivian that she must leave town before his mother discovers her. Vivian claims that she has already located her and is aware of the fake letter, but she denies that Philip was aware of it from the start of their scheme. Vivian comforts Philip Days. Concerned about what Philip has gotten himself into, Kate thinks of calling Jada at the Brady pub.